Dear Toastmasters, I am Elysia, distinguished Toastmaster. I'm a member of Passion ESG Integration Toastmasters Club and One World Toastmasters Club. I want to help you do your pathways projects. Before I begin, I would like to suggest that you think about these two key questions. Number one, are you here to do a project, a speech project, or to learn public speaking skills? I suggest you think about these two questions because the outcomes will be different. When your mind is focusing on doing a project, you would likely ignore or not paying enough attention on meeting the objective. If you are here to learn public speaking skills, you will certainly want to make sure you meet the objective of every speech project, because it is by meeting every speech objectives you learn the skills. In every speech, we learn one key skill, and accumulatively, you will learn all the skills and be a good public speaker. Otherwise, you will be just running through one by one speech by one speech, and not truly learning the skills. How do you know? You can check it out. At the end of every speech, or every 3, 6 months, 1 year, you do a review. Be honest to yourself. Ask yourself if you have improved, if you have made good progress. Otherwise, why? You will realize that because you did not pay attention to these two questions. Understand emotional intelligence is a project in level 3. Level 3 is about increasing knowledge. To learn a skill, we need to increase knowledge. For example, do you know what is emotional intelligence? If you don't know, do some study and research to understand it. When in this process, it's called increasing knowledge. That means your purpose for your speech is to pick up this skill, increase your knowledge. Your ultimate message should be what kind of knowledge that you have picked up and how to apply it, what is good for moving forward. How can this add value to you for your personal life or for your professional life, even for Toastmasters life. A message is also very important, how you urge the audience to also learn it. To begin with, we need to ask two what. What is the purpose? The purpose is to cultivate an understanding how your emotion impact your relationship. It is also designed to help you identify how others' emotions impact your emotion state. Don't stop here. Read through the overview. This is a project where you need to monitor your emotions over a period of 2 weeks. Pay attention to this. Most people get it wrong. This project is for you to learn how your emotions impact you and how others' emotions impact you. From two sides. At the end, you want to deliver a speech 5 to 7 minutes. Talk about the impact of your tracking, your emotion tracking. The second what is it for us to learn? What are the competencies we should gain? We need to learn that we have primary emotion and also secondary emotion. What is that? Primary emotion is the first reaction of your feeling. For example, fear, sadness, anger. These are the primary emotion, your first reaction. The second emotion is the outcome as a result of the primary emotions. It means, if, for example, when you are sad, how this sadness impact you, influence you, brought up another negative emotion. For example, because I was so sad, I have lost the interest in working, or I have lost the interest to go out, or I have lost the patience as a result of anger. But most of the time, our primary emotion and the secondary emotion can be the same. For example, your first anger could get from this person A, but then you release it to person B. More importantly, you must assess your emotion honestly. You cannot be in denial. Every day, you want to write down, you want to pay attention, you want to have the kind of awareness on your feeling, your emotion, especially the negative emotion. Not only you want to pay attention on your emotion, you also want to pay attention on the emotion of people around you and see how these people's emotion impact you, especially when the people are very important to you. For example, your family members. If your mom feels sad, you could also feel sad. Having emotions is normal, but now it is a matter of how do you express it? What do you do with your emotions? Think about this. If you are mature, if you have self-control, if you have the ability to manage your emotion, you will have some kind of motivational skill. You will be able to motivate yourself or others. Talk about this. How did you demonstrate or use motivational skills on yourself and on others? Why is it important? How important it is? Talk about this. As a result, with this experience of 14 days, the awareness of your emotion, how you manage your emotion in these 14 days, what is your realization? Did you learn something? Did you discover some skills to share with the audience? Did you build more empathy? These are the things you can talk about. Tell the audience what happened in that 14 days when you pay attention on your emotion. What did you realize? How do you manage to have that kind of awareness? And when you have emotion, how do you handle it? How do you express it? What about others? How had they impact you? How did they impact you? Vice versa. What did you do to mitigate it? What did you realize? Talk about the details, the techniques you discover, the impact, the empathy increase in you. Don't just tell the story what happened every day in 14 days. Most people I've seen, they talk about what happened in these 14 days. This is not the way to do this project. It is not about what had gone through in these 14 days. It is about what you have discovered, noticed, aware, managed, realized, discovered, gone through, the motivational skills. I hope this helps. Remember, don't memorize your speech. Write it in a point form and then practice it, rehearse it. When you are eating, you can rehearse it in your mind. When you're showering, only 5 to 7 minutes. Yes, this is 5 to 7 minutes. Practice it within 5 to 7 minutes. As you know, if you don't practice enough, you will very likely to exceed 5 to 7 minutes and immediately people know that you did not practice enough. Or you might speak less than 5 minutes, then you will not be qualified. Remember, the biggest secret of public speaking is to practice, make perfect. All the best to you. If you have time, I encourage you to read through the entire manual. There are a lot more things to read. This video is to prepare you when you don't have time to read, or if you have read it, you don't really get the point and understand, then you can watch this video. It gives you a very direct guidance. Most importantly is enjoy your speech. Speak from your heart.